everyone, it's Amazing Buys, and if you've seen my short, the second one at least, you already know what this video is going to be about. This is going to be a new fragrance review on a just released fragrance. I don't know if it hit everybody's stores, but it was in mine. This is Selena Gomez's new fragrance called Rare Beauty. Alright, so if you enjoyed this type of content, go ahead and hit the notification bell, like, and subscribe. And let's get started. All right, so I actually found this in a Sephora in Kohl's at that. I wasn't planning on going there. I have been doing so much from the moment that I woke up, appointments, phone calls. My goodness, I feel like screaming. But I did promise my daughter when I went in that area that I would take her into Kohl's to look at the toy section. She is making a long list for her birthday, and I'm just scared to look at that list at this point. So before I left, I was like, let me just glance in. I know I say this a lot, that I just stumble upon things, but I didn't even get to show you guys a sneak peek about this perfume yet. Not that I remember, at least. So I'm just kind of making a video about it now. Usually I make a, short saying that, hey, this is going to be upcoming fragrances, instead of just showing you like, bam, it's in stores, right? So the lady was putting it out. I circled around Kohl's, came back, and the full display was out. So I got to try this today. So at least this is giving you some type of perspective if you're thinking about ordering it or blind buying it or just not able to get in stores yet. I am giving you like a little, I guess a preview of it so you'll know what to expect at least. All right, so let's go over the specs, of course. This comes in multiple forms. As of right now, I know that some things are saying that it's app exclusive, it's online. Girl, they have the whole thing in stores. I'm just saying, but let's talk about the sizes. So for the 0.34 ounce, which is the travel spray, that is going for $30. They do have a gift set, which I did see in stores. It comes with the mini bottle and the travel size. That is going for $35. I think that gift set is cute. I love when they do like little sets like that if you don't want to pay like the full price. And then they have the full bottle, which is a 1.69 fluid ounce, going for $75. Guys, I did not know. I thought it was just the perfume that was coming out. I didn't know that other products and stuff was being released with this. Not only did she release like lipstick, liquid blushes, she also released new fragrance bombs that I'm gonna go over because I got to try it in stores. Oh my gosh, guys, it's something to talk about. So I never really paid too much attention to Rare Beauty products because I tried the body mist before. I reviewed it in a previous video. It wasn't for me. A lot of people liked it, but I just didn't like it. It was something in the background that stuck out that I didn't like, but this is different. All right, let's go over the notes. I want to get the official notes from the website as usual, but in this case, it is for a reason. All right, so the top notes are caramel, pistachio, and pink pepper. Middle notes are vanilla, ginger, and cocoa beans, and the base is sandalwood, tonka bean, and skin musk. Also, this is in the fragrance family of warm and spicy. I completely agree about the fragrance family. It's not something that's like super warm or anything, but it's warm like in a sensual, sultry way, if that makes sense. Upon the immediate spray, you do get a blast of alcohol for sure. I was like, whoa, fanning my arm. Whoa, 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 whoa. So when I first experienced that, I was like, oh shoot, maybe this is not going to be such a good fragrance. But this is advertised as a vanilla scent, and I'm telling you, if you're thinking this is going to be a straight vanilla, like a sweet gourmand, that's not what this is. When I first sprayed this, do you know what it reminds me of? Burberry Goddess, guys. This, I know, is pretty much lavender and vanilla, but when I first sprayed it, after the alcohol, dried down and stuff, I was just like, wow, that other scent in there besides vanilla is pretty strong. But it didn't quite smell like lavender, but it did still have like, I don't know, like pretty much this DNA it has. And right after I tried it on the tester strip first, The other two associates were trying it too. They're like, oh, we didn't get to try this yet. And everybody's eyebrows kind of just at the same time was like, so one of the associates was like, isn't this a vanilla scent? Yeah, it's advertised as one. And I'm just like, it definitely smells like Burberry Goddess for sure, but there's little differences. The notes of vanilla, ginger, and that pink pepper is actually mimicking a lavender scent. It's not full-blown lavender because if you are familiar with my videos, I don't really like lavender that much. I can deal with Burberry Goddess, but if it's like too much of an earthy lavender, I don't really like it. So I think those three notes are giving it that feel. The pink pepper, it gives it like a spice kick, but not peppery, hot type of spice, if that makes sense. I think those three notes combined are giving it that effect. I did not detect pistachio in here. I do think that it smells warm. It smells sensual. It smells good overall. This isn't something that is going to be super unique. Like I said, it's giving Burberry Goddess, but at the same time, vanilla is not the main focus of this fragrance. So even on Sephora, it says the key notes are caramel, vanilla, and sandalwood, and I just like don't agree with that. I'm saying this based off of what my nose detects. So I know everybody is different, but I'm almost getting like a floral in there, like a pink floral, and it's giving it a nice feminine tone to it that I feel like Burberry Goddess does not have. I'm not saying Burberry Goddess is not feminine, but something in here smells like a pink floral, and it actually works. I would say that that is what I'm detecting after the initial spray, Burberry Goddess, and then as it's drying down, I'm getting like a pretty much like a Burberry Goddess with pink florals in there. And then with a little kick to it, like a little spice in there in the background. And then on the dry down is when I'm finally detecting a little bit of caramel in there. Just a splash of it. So a tiny bit of sandalwood, a tiny bit of caramel, some vanilla, but it still has the DNA of Burberry Goddess. I'm still detecting it. I never got cocoa beans, pistachio at all. Tonka bean, I'm getting more of a vanilla. And this fragrance is not even really a sweet gourmand type of fragrance like some people are assuming it's gonna be. It ain't really. Overall, I do think that this is a nice fragrance. I don't think that you need both Burberry Goddess and Rare Beauty because they are very, very similar in scent. I think that she did a good job with it. I just don't think that it's entirely unique. Is this something that I would wear? Yes. Is this something that I would accept as a gift? Of course. Would I purchase this though? I don't think I would because I already own Burberry Goddess, and then I feel like I can recreate this scent by layering things on top of Burberry Goddess. I think that a lot of people are going to like this. It's definitely better than that body mist that she came out with before. I didn't like that, but I do think that this is definitely worth smelling. I wouldn't mind getting like the $35 gift set, but I just feel like I wouldn't need the full-blown bottle of this for $75, which actually I don't think that's a bad price. I do want to say that the strength is there, the projection is there. Even though I'm telling you this is a sultry, sensual scent, the projection is there. Like, it's not a skin scent. I will say that it's not as strong as Burberry Goddess because this is a powerhouse on its own. Like, a little bit goes a long way. I do feel like Rare Beauty has that strength though. Like, it's Burberry Goddess is here as far as like strength and projection, and then Rare Beauty is like maybe right here, like not that far underneath it. So it has the longevity too. I'm going on hours. It's still going strong. This is going to last you. This is not one of those fleeting fragrances. This is going to last. So I would say the $75 is not bad for a full-size bottle. I just personally wouldn't get it because I have Burberry Goddess, if that makes sense. So do I recommend this overall? Yes, I do. It does smell good, especially for a celebrity fragrance. I feel like, you know, she did pretty good because, like I said, to be honest, sometimes they're fleeting and it's just, it smells nice, I'll retouch. I don't think you're gonna need to retouch with this, in my opinion. I think, you spray it in the morning, it'll last you all day. All right, let's get into the new fragrance layering balms. So these 0.60 ounce little tubes are going for $19. And I know that might seem like it's a little bit much for that little bit, but a little bit goes a long way, I promise you, with this. So they have 4 scents for this, but my store only had 3. Don't know what happened to the 4th one. I really wasn't interested in that one, but you guys know that I do things for review purposes. So later on, I will probably review the 4th one, but as of right now, let's talk about the first 3. For the first layering balm is Amber Vanilla. This is in the warm and sweet scent type and the fragrance family of warm and spicy. Key notes are bergamot, vanilla, and candied amber. This is supposed to melt in your skin and last up to 12 hours. I don't know about that 12-hour mark. I mean, we're getting close to like the 6-hour range, I would say. It's starting to faint a little bit. Although I just put a little bit on, I would say though, a little bit goes a long way with this layering balm because it has some strength to it. I think that besides the bergamot key note that it's mentioning, overall, I would say that this is pretty accurate. It smells like a very ambery vanilla, a sweet vanilla at that. If somebody is wanting to give a fragrance like an ambery feel to it, then I think that layering this on first and then spraying the perfume on would work perfectly. So that is pretty much the description of this. It is an ambery vanilla, a very ambery vanilla at that. For the next one, it is Floral Peony. This is in the florals fragrance family. It is in the scent type of powdery florals, and the notes are freesia, peony, and musk blossom. This was actually my favorite one. This one smelled very feminine. It smelled very pink. I know you hear thunder, just ignore that. It is raining, and thank goodness it is because it's been hot. But I like this one. It was flirty. I just feel like if you need something with a slight feminine pink floral touch to it, that is what this will give you. And like I said, a little goes a long way. So is this something that I would splurge on and like keep buying over and over? Probably not, but I think that it's a neat idea. And I'm sure someone can make their own version of it, how people add fragrances to, Vaseline and stuff like that. But I think it's cool, like if someone's just like, hey, I want to buy it, I don't want to do all of that, then you have this option. For the third one is Fresh Bergamot. So this is in the fragrance family of Fresh, and the scent type is fresh, citrus, and fruits. For the key notes, it is bergamot, green tea, and cedarwood. If you love clean fragrances, if you are a clean girly, this is what this smells like. It smells so fresh, so clean. It has a slight citrus scent to it. This will give your fragrance like that clean touch to it. So whatever clean fragrance you like and you're like, man, I wish it had more florals or something like that, you can start the base with this at least. It'll like elevate what you're wearing, if that makes sense. If you are wanting to mix and match certain fragrance notes, I feel like this would be a good base, especially if you love fresh, clean scents. Oh my gosh, even if you don't want to wear anything else, if you are not wearing a perfume or, body mist, and you just want like a little touch. Like I said, you have your different categories of ambery, floral, and fresh. I would say like it's a hot day. You just need something to give you a little kick, give you a little uplift. You can take this balm and just put it on your hot spots or whatever and still get that feel. I feel like someone can smell just this being next to you. So I thought it was an interesting concept. Like I said, I know it's not entirely new, but I like how it's ready available for people who don't want to be bothered with making it themselves. For the last one, it is Woody Oak. That is the one that I didn't get to try. Obviously, that is in the woody, earthy category. The scent type is earth, greens, and herbs, and the key notes are patchouli, oak moss, and dry wood. That doesn't really sound like it's something up my alley, but I know some people do like that earthy woodiness. type of fragrances. So later on, I will give you a review of that. I promise I will circle back around and let you know about it. But that is it. I don't want to make this video too long. That is my review on Rare Beauty perfume, on their fragrance layering balms. Let me know in the comments section which one you're most excited for, if you're still excited for the Rare Beauty perfume. Like I said, overall, I feel like it is a beautiful scent. It is feminine. I just think that if you are expecting something that's super sweet and vanilla, you may think twice once trying this. Because that's not all what it is. All right, thank you for watching, and as always, have fun, stay blessed, and happy shopping. Bye.